Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
There it is.
That
Rangers win. Break out the brooms. I was going to break out my broom, and then my fiance was just like, I just put it away. It became one of those situations. I was literally going to show up on the show with the broom in my hand, like, let's go. I'm ready. And then she was like, don't you fucking dare.
You played the short intro.
I did play this. I mean, yeah, this is a short recap, dude. Is there a longer playoffs one?
Yeah, I made a hockey one with all the clips from the Rangers and stuff.
Oh, my fault. You know what? It's because it's on the bottom.
We'll play on the way out.
That's my bad.
No, it's fine. I didn't care. You could have played it when we at the end of the show. So it's
I'm jazzed. Now I'm like really jazzed. I'm sure the viewers are watching. If you're watching on Twitter, you're watching on YouTube, drop us a line, shoot us a text, a tweet, or whatever. Our @ handle is underneath my name right there. It says @ScoreAddictsPod. That's us. I'm Nick, TJ, the Rook down there. And Rangers complete a sweep of the Washington Capitals. And, man, it feels good. Guys, how we feel?
Dude, awesome. Feels great.
Amazing. I'm happy that we're just not sweating out a first round, playoff round. Against we had the Penguins 2 years ago. And it was like they're down 3-1 against a team we should have rolled over. And it's nice to see this. We actually roll over a team for once in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see.
Dude, 57 seconds in. Capo. So it's like I was just getting settled into my chair, working my way, getting my ass groove going. And I was like, oh, look, a goal. Yes. Perfect way to start it, right? You get a Kako goal. That Trocheck goal was pretty damn nice. And then Roslovic, I mean, the dagger at the end was just like, I think that was the loudest I yelled all night. Is that empty netter? I just needed to be hammered home. You know what I mean? Like, what an asshole that, what's his face, taking a penalty with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, down by 1 goal. And I mean, it's not, that wasn't even like, oh shit, like it was maybe not call. His stick was up into his legs and yanking back. Like, come on, dude. How stupid are you? Like, you guys shot yourselves in the foot the entire series. Tom Wilson effectively probably was a detriment to your team. And the shit show just rolls in right through to the very end.
I found Alexander Ovechkin in my house. Because this is pretty much what he was on the ice for the last 4 games. A shell of himself. He might as well have been a dead guy out there. Fucking Weekend at Bernie's out there fucking skating around and shit. They had fucking Tom Wilson and fucking TJ Oshie holding him by strings and shit, trying to fucking skate with him.
Yeah, Ovechkin, every time they panned to him and, they kept showing him a lot tonight on the MSG feed and talking about how he effectively is 38 years old and isn't the same Ovechkin or whatever, but he looked out of it, dude. He looked like somebody that just didn't want to be there. Like he had something better to do, and he was just putting in the time because he's getting paid to do so, and that's the only reason he's there. Like he looked so unenthused. It wasn't even funny.
Sad.
Yeah, I think he had no shots again, deep into that game. It's right.
And
it's
2 hits.
Yeah, it's like seeing an old guy on his way out, can't do too much. I mean, I get it. listen, he's been a great player throughout his career. No knock on him, but
he's not even on his way out, though. That's the crazy part. He's going to be around for 2-3 years until he breaks Gretzky's goal record.
When he breaks that, then he's done. But it's still just seeing the guy like on his way out. I mean, it's not really didn't seem like he had too much left in the tank.
No,
this series. So I mean, hats off to him. It was a great career. He's going to break Gretzky's record. They let him get, if it takes him 2-3 seasons, whatever it is. I think it'll probably take him maybe 1, maybe 2 to break it. But hats off to him. But listen, this team we said it from the beginning. And our last 2 post games, the Rangers just had more talent than this team, and it showed. I mean, you could see how many times the Rangers on their heels in periods 1 and 2, where odd man rushes or the defense is kind of failing Igor there, and Igor's just standing on his head again. Like that's just what Igor does. But then to come out in that third period and play defense the way they did after stinking it up for 2 periods, you got to be happy with they performed the third period to close us out.
Dude, well, just the fact that they held the Capitals to I think 3 shots up until the last 4 or 5 minutes of the period. Like a drastic contrast to the little bit of energy that happened in the first period with that, Kakko goal right out the gate.
Yeah. And
then it kind of fizzled out. And then the second period was just flat, completely flat, uncharacteristic for the series so far, flat. It was good to see the Rangers actually step up and close this game out in the third period and do what they needed to do. Solid defense in the third period. Trapping them in the neutral zone and just keeping the puck moving and getting it deep when they can and trying to keep it deep for an extended period of time. Good possession too.
Yeah, definitely. And they they needed that third period, obviously. And I had a feeling going into the game. I was like, I wasn't too stressed out. I was like, listen, we're up 3-0. If we lose this game, they're at home. You're going to get their best effort tonight, which they had their best effort tonight. And the fact that the game was tied after 2 periods when the Rangers were so flat in the second period and pretty much were a lull from 57 seconds in when Kakko scored, and then when Choket scores in the last minute of that first period. Besides those 2 minutes in those first 2 periods, it was really lifeless from the Rangers. And I'm like, all right, whatever. We go back home, game 5 up 3-1. I'll take it. But the fact that we were tied after those 2 periods was pretty amazing. It's obviously key to have Igor. I mean, Igor was key in those 2 periods, and
dude,
standing on his head.
Some of those saves were just silly.
Yeah, full out split that he had on the one run.
Yeah,
that was insane. Yeah,
but what's insane is I'm sitting there almost stress free. I'm like, yep, that's him, Igor. He's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's routine.
I've been stress free this entire series, completely stress free. There was never a time in this series where I was sitting there going, man, I think we might lose this. I never felt like we would lose a game. I never felt we would lose a freaking shift. It just not to sound over freaking, confident. It just seemed like it was just easy.
I think the only time I was stressed, and it wasn't even like we were going to lose, but we were up 3-2. And that minute 20 in game 2, was it game 2 at home?
Yeah.
Home.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I was really stressed out. It was like a minute 20 left, and they played a straight minute 20 with not clearing the puck out of the zone. And that was the most stressed I was out.
I felt good. I felt fine about that whole thing. Today was a great day for New York sports. Every team in New York won today.
Yeah. Mets, Yankees, Knicks, and Rangers. And the Mets wanted a walk-off home run.
I was going to say the Mets fucking went into extras.
Yeah, and the Yankees have scored 30 runs in the past 2 games after not able to finish the they probably could have swept the Brewers. They went to extra innings and lost, but they lose that game 7-6, something like that. They lost because
Knicks played great.
Jalen Brunson was awesome today, man. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but he was incredible. And
he set the record for most points by a Knick, no? In a playoff game?
Yeah, most points in a playoff game. Obviously, his career high as well. And that game too, I know we'll talk a little bit, I know we're talking hockey, but we'll just go into the Knicks for just a quick, brief second. That game, it wasn't the Knicks as a team were not there. It was just Jalen Brunson until about late third, fourth quarter.
You know what?
Everyone else started showing up.
You know what was great about that game? The same shit that was great about the Rangers game. New Yorkers travel so freaking well. Apparently, it was a home game in Philly for the Knicks, and it was a home game in DC for the Rangers because you could hear all the Igor chants. You could hear the Potvin sucks back there. You could hear the cheers from the guys wearing the blue shirts out there in the crowd cheering on their guys because that's what we do in New York. That's what we do.
Like, how often does
one of our friends on Twitter said something to the effect of like, really a Potvin sucks chant in DC right now? Is that what we're concerned about? And I tweeted him back like, yo, sometimes you got to let the man know. You can't let it die. You can't let it die. Everybody knows Potvin sucks.
The thing is too with that, like Igor, the Igor chant is going on in a visiting stadium. How often is the visiting goalie get his name chanted? After making an incredible save, like it does not happen. And then you have everyone against it. When the Knicks went to the first game 3, Knicks fans showed out, and I think Charles Barkley, one of the guys during the it was Charles Barkley or Shaq during the intermission, the halftime break, they were like, Phillies fans gotta cheer louder than that. We can't be having the Knicks in your building. Like, this is national media. Like, what are you doing? Like,
right.
Why are you
Charles Barkley's still mad about having lost to the Knicks like 20 years ago.
No, I know,
30,
but like it's just
30 years ago. 30 years ago.
And then even like you had Richard Jefferson on the call, but like it wasn't even on MSG today. It was just on ABC. And Richard Jefferson, who hates the Knicks, was like literally just talking about like how good Philly is and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, like they're losing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the same thing that Subban's gonna do against the Rangers.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. That's why New York versus everybody. That's the slogan for this postseason.
Absolutely.
Pick up the shirts. Get the shirts. Check out our website. It's New York versus everybody. Everyone hates New York.
Well, I don't get frustrated about what happened in the Knicks game during the Rangers post game show. That's what I do. I move on. Like I say, like, oh, the Knicks won, good for them, and back to hockey.
I get worked up because it just happens all over the place.
I mean, it happens to every New York team. All right. But the Rangers win. Kakko again starts it off with a goal. Panarin with another goal.
Dude, yeah, that Panarin goal was key. And we were saying it the whole time. You don't want Panarin to only have one goal and little influence in the whole series. And not that he's going out there and doing nothing. He's making his plays. He's making passes. But you want to get that, like, he has that playoff drought. Right, he starts to slow down in the postseason. You want to get that monkey off his back and get that thought out of his head. And for him to get that goal, a key goal tonight, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah,
I think I was thinking about it early in the game, actually a little bit before the game. I'm outside pulling weeds, and I thought to myself, maybe the reason that Panarin has kind of been a no-show in the playoffs years past is because he carries a squad during the regular season, and our opponents go into the playoffs and go, well, we only got to stop this one fucking guy and his shift. That's all we got to do. And that's all they focused on. So, and they were successful about it. And now by the way, they're still fucking doing it now. They're still doing it. But they're less successful at this point. And our fourth line is freaking incredible too right now. Our fourth line is killing it. And again, shout out fucking Keandre Miller. Another good game out there on the ice. Yep. He's looked good. This series looked very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Dude, and what looks good? I was going to say, what looks good? They're showing a graphic right now. The Rangers 3 for 4 on the power play. That looks good. The Rangers also 0 for 2 on the penalty kill, or rather 2-0 on the penalty kill. Capitals 0-2 on the power play. That's a good look right there.
Yeah, penalty kill has been incredible. That's what eight penalty kills in the last 2 games. They got 6 penalties last year.
Insane.
We talked about this on what was it? What was the game? Friday night was the game? Yeah, Friday night was the game.
Friday night.
And we did the post podcast. We were talking about how it kind of sucked to give 6 penalties, but also it was awesome that we killed off 6 penalties with no goals. Like, it was
against
awesome.
the Capitals, which was
against the Capitals.
Good power play team.
And then not even that, we scored a goal on a power play. It was like a plus. So yeah, it's
nothing like a shorty, and that's second of the series.
Yeah.
So a dominating series, right? The Rangers absolutely in control the entire time, start to finish. I mean, it's I don't feel spoiled, and I'm loving it because you know what? Usually we're sweating it out at this point, like especially in the first round, and for it to come this casual, like, good. I think we deserve it.
Well, it's the first sweep since 2007.
So
we deserve this. We deserve a little easement into the next round of the playoffs.
Yeah. That being said, are you guys a little nervous about a little rink rust with having a off? Are you hoping that Carolina beats the Islanders sooner rather than later so we can get this next round started and not have to sit around and wait?
Yeah, I agree. I hope Carolina wins Game 5 and just get us back on the ice. I mean, it was kind of a physical series. I know it was only 4 games, but it was kind of physical. So I mean, Rangers could use the rest up a little bit and get healthy. And
you say it's physical, and I agree, it's physical. I think when you win, all that shit doesn't really matter. If you're in a groove and you won, like, get in the ice bath the next day, like, I'm ready to go again. Let's go. I want that feeling again. You start chasing that feeling, like, oh, we won. When you win, all that other shit, like,
I get it.
Oh, Jackson dislocated his hip and he was still winning, so he put it back in and got back on the field. Like, that's what winning does. When you're winning, you can Byron Leftwich it and go down the field with a broken leg and just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to do this with broken leg because it's great to win. That's my drug right now. And
right. Tiger Woods blowing out your knee halfway through a U.S. Open and then be like, nah, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, gonna win.
You know how great you feel when you win? It's freaking just the greatest thing in the world. I like how you guys are drinking alcohol. I'm over here drinking fucking root beer floats.
I'm kind of jealous of the root beer float. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I'm gonna say this: the Weller Antique 107 has been, 4 for 4, and I'm concerned because I'm going through it really fast, and that's a pretty good bottle, an allocated bottle, and I can't afford to buy another one. So if I have to drink it through the rest of the series, if I have to pour it, 12 more times, so be it.
Yeah,
but it's looking more and more like we're going to have Carolina in the next round. What are you guys looking for from them? More classless behavior from their fans making 9/11 jokes because apparently that's funny to them.
I mean, that's just fucked up. And that's just stupid. This is stupidity. I hope not all fans are like that. I don't want to lump them all together. Like one scumbag fan does something stupid like that and be like, all Carolina fans are scumbags. But obviously that guy is a piece of shit. And you know what? It's a terrible joke. It's not funny. And then your Photoshop was fucking horrible too. So if you're going to at least make a terrible joke, at least make the Photoshop better, you piece of shit. But other than that,
the balls on them, bro. The balls on them to fucking make jokes about actual huge emergencies and tragedies when
life-changing shit.
These fucking people in the Carolinas have to declare a state of emergency for a flurry.
Yeah, when there's a flurry.
Shit, what is that? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's. But other than that, obviously Carolina is a very good team. I know the Rangers played well against them during the regular season, but it's the postseason, so you gotta. I think the Rangers need to clean up what they did in this series. Obviously, I think the defense did a lot of odd man rushes against the Capitals today. I don't want to see that again. And obviously penalties. You can it was only 2 penalties today, but that one game when they get up 6, you cannot be that undisciplined against a team like Carolina because Carolina can take advantage of it.
And
you can't clear the puck in front of the net, Trouba. You can't do that.
Yeah, that too.
But you know what? Did you see that little move that Trouba had in the third, bringing it down deep in the offensive zone? And then what's his name tried to lay a hit on him, and he just kind of put the puck between his legs and kept it moving. I was like, wow, a little prowess from the big man.
Yeah, Trouba actually played well in Game 3 too. So he's not. I don't know if today was as good, but it's good to see Trouba as a captain and playing well.
I said before, I'll say it again. He got that C on his chest, and he's gone MIA ever since.
I know it's so weird, but no, he played well. Yeah, he played well in Game 3, which is positive. And him and is it him still? No, Miller. They moved Miller with who else?
Not him with Miller.
It's
Schneider.
Schneider. That's why I think that's why Miller's playing better. But who's Trouba paired with now? He's not. Fox and Lindgren are number 1.
Right.
Well, I can't think of who he's paired with. Trouba and I can't remember. Either anyway, I don't know. I think
I'm lost right now.
Miller's just been playing better without Trouba, which is good.
Right, dude. I'm lost right now watching save after save of Shesterkin because it is slowing everything down, and it's like he makes it look easy, and they're ridiculous saves.
Yeah.
Like it's just insane. This guy's reaction time, and at this point now, do you even entertain the idea of giving him a night off?
Oh yeah, Gustafson. That's what it is.
He's getting a night off. He's getting a night off at least tomorrow, day after.
You know what I mean? A game off.
No.
Tonight
not at all.
Tonight would have been the night to give him a night off. When you're up 3-0. And
right. I was thinking about that, and I'm happy that they rolled with him. Like, no, there's no taking the foot off the gas. We're powering through. We're treating every game like a must-win.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
not that Jonathan Quick is not a winning goalie, but you know what I mean. You want to put your best out there in a must-win situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. He's our best, and I think, coming into game, obviously game one. I mean, he's gonna rest. Obviously, we have rest from now until game one happens, whenever it is. But so just listen, get your rest, Igor. You're going back out there, whatever it may be. We need this Igor the rest of the way. Like, this is what we need to get 16 wins. So keep it going, Igor.
So now we're just spectators waiting on the next series to be over. We'll see what the Islanders have to say about our waiting and our rest plan moving forward. Maybe the Islanders pull a fucking miracle and fucking win the next 3 straight. I don't see it happening, but maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a hard one. The only series right now that I think is a little insane that it's not even close is that Boston-Toronto series. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. Florida dominating Tampa is not surprising. You know what I mean? It's Tampa's not the same team, and Florida's been spectacular all year. Obviously, the Islanders just barely making it into the playoffs, getting beat up on by the Hurricanes. Yeah, it's easy to see that. No surprise there. But the fact that Toronto is just not hanging with Boston is very surprising.
Well, yeah, Toronto just falls apart in the postseason every year. Like they're a good team every year.
They implode. They just they don't show up at all. It's insane.
You have Austin Matthews, John Tavares, and you think, come on, we got to make at least win at least one playoff series. They're down 3-1 again. But I mean, who knows? Hockey is weird. Rangers have been down 3-1 before, and they've come back. We've seen it twice in our lifetimes anyway. But so you never know. I mean,
Avs up 3-1 with Hellebuck as the Vezina leader and all. And I'm surprised about that. Again, I was rooting for Winnipeg on that one just because I don't want to see fucking Colorado in the finals. I really don't. I don't want to see I don't want to see Colorado. You know who I want to see in the fucking finals? Fucking Dallas or Nashville. Neither one of those is going to happen.
No.
Listen, Dallas making more and more moves in the postseason helps me out because I got a couple Jason Robertson rookie cards, young gun rookie cards sitting in my my card case. So, keep adding the value.
I only want to hear about Dwayne Robertson. I don't want to hear about anybody else.
It's funny. This is a random stat, but they said something that was like every postseason for the Golden Knights has involved Peter DeBoer. So when the first 2 postseasons, they played against San Jose Sharks, where he was the coach. Then he was the coach for the Golden Knights. Then he got fired in the last 2 years. He's been playing with the Dallas Stars. They both times they played the Dallas Stars the postseason. And they're like, Peter DeBoer has been in every single Golden Knights postseason so far.
That's fantastic.
Which is
I think that's planned.
Yeah, it might be.
How well dressed these guys are.
Look at that. Will Ferrell at the Edmonton Kings game.
Why? He's not Canadian, is he?
He's a Kings fan.
He's a Kings fan. Okay, Will Ferrell, right on.
Will Ferrell, I think he might actually. I'm not going to stop. I'm talking my ass here, but I think he owns a piece of the hockey team.
Yeah,
I know he owns the soccer team. I think he's part of the LAFC ownership.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up.
Maybe he gets like extra tickets to other games. Let's see, sports. I know he played like
Will Ferrell
30 something minor league. I mean, spring training games in one day.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, so he's an owner of the LAFC, which is the MLS secondary soccer team there.
All right.
He's an avid fan of the Kings.
Yeah, well, it's in LA. I mean, don't you remember that was the hot thing to do when Gretzky came over, and then all of a sudden every Hollywood elite was at every Kings game?
Yeah, it's true. That was the whole. Isn't that the whole conspiracy that they made Edmonton trade him to the Kings to get like, because it was new, it was a new franchise.
Yeah,
and like to generate like business or anything. They sent their best player. Like that's
pretty much Planet Hollywood, the hockey team.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's
I'll buy that. That sounds great. But we'll see what our next game is. It looks like, not to jinx it, but it looks like we're going to be playing Carolina Hurricanes in game 2. We will continue our post-game immediate reactions moving forward. We're the Scoreboard Addicts podcast. You can catch us on our regular times Thursdays at 8 o'clock, and you'll catch us at these post-game instant reactions after every Rangers game for the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And into the finals.
Yep.
Anything else, boys?
Just let's go Rangers. New York versus everybody. So let's do it.
There we go.
Yeah. Fuck Tom Wilson.
Hopefully we hear a whole bunch more of this.
I learned that my Alexa if you say Alexa play the Rangers goal horn, it'll do it.
Nice.
Really? And it did it. And I was like,
do it. Can somebody confirm? Do it. We'll catch you next time.